Hey guys, welcome to Mrs. C's Corner.
Oh guys, I was helping the elves wrap up the last minute gifts so we could put them on Santa's sleigh for tonight. But thank you all for joining me here this evening at Mrs. C's Corner, where I read you some amazing books, do some awesome crafts, and give you guys a chance to win some amazing gifts. Tonight's book is called A Year Without a Santa Claus. But before we begin, I'm going to ask you guys to go ahead and like this video. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And please turn your notifications on. Y'all know the vibes. Let's get into this.
Merry Christmas Eve, everyone! I'm Lavon! I'm shaking it up tonight for Santa's evening snack. I'm leaving him a yummy gingerbread cupcake and peppermint hot chocolate. I know that's his favorite. Make sure to let Mrs. C know. Merry Christmas!
Once again, boys and girls, family and friends, tonight's book is called The Year Without a Santa Claus by Phyllis McNeely and illustrated by John Manders. Y'all know the vibes. Let's get into this. I'm so excited and nervous. A year without Santa. Have you been told, did you ever hear of the curious, furious, fidgety year when Santa Claus unhitched his sleigh and vowed he was taking a holiday? How did it happen? This way. It was long ago, before you were living, not yet Christmas, but past Thanksgiving, though I can't give you the very date. Santa got up that morning, late, pulled on his boot, then its twin, ruffled the whiskers on his chin, and sat back down on the side of the bed. Great North Star, but I'm tired, he said. Painting wagons red and bright, sharpening ice skates half the night, wrapping presents in ribbon and gauze has worn me weary, said Santa Claus. Cricks in my back, cold in my nose, aches in my fingers and all 10 toes, and a sort of a kind of a kink inside, whatever I think of that Christmas ride. Into his workroom limped the saint. He sniffed the varnish, he smelt the paint, and a reeling feeling came over him, stealing to see things cramped from floor to ceiling. Rocking horses, shaggy manes, balls, dolls, electric trains, gloves, mitts, doctor kits, rubber boots, cowboy suits, kites for flying in parks, bicycles, Noah's Ark. And he started to shake and he started to shiver at thought of loading he must soon deliver. Oh no. And he sighed. Oh dear, as he buttoned his vest, I wish 1 year I could take a rest. When the words were out, he stood shock still, and then he whispered, I think I will. I will, he cried with his eyes ablaze. Everyone else gets a holiday. Sailors and trailers and cooks do. Policemen and writers of books do. Tamers of lions and leopards, preachers and teachers and shepherds, watchmen, Scotchmen, Spaniards and Turks, butchers and bakers and grocery clerks. They take time off as Christmas nears, all except me, so it appears. That saint or not, it's time I got my first vacation in 1,000 years. Oh no. Out in the stable, nuzzling hay, the reindeer dreamed of Christmas Day. But Santa phoned to the reindeer groom, hang up the harness in the big storeroom. He called to the elves, he told each gnome, cover up the shelves, we're staying home. What? Cover up the shelves, cried gnomes and elves. Cover the dolls and electric trains, and the rocking horses with the shaggy manes, and the rubber boots for splashing in the parks, and the cowboy suits and Noah's Ark? Alas, alack, for they couldn't believe he wouldn't go riding on Christmas Eve. Oh no. Put him away, roared Santa vexed. This year's presents will do for next. Warn the people, tell the papers. I'm much too tired for Christmas capers. Crick in my back, cold with lingers, aches in my toes and all 10 fingers. Bit of a lumbago, touch of gout, climbing down chimneys is simply out. I may be the saint of children's nation, but this year I will be taking my first vacation. Well, you can imagine, more or less, what happened when that news reached the press. Headlines screamed, wires went humming. Santa Claus too tired, not coming! And as the word flashed far and wide, you should have heard how the children cried. So violently they sobbed their griefs, the shops ran out of handkerchiefs. Oh, their tears filled up the kitchen sinks and cellars and empty skating rinks. They went in school, at play they wept, they dampened their pillows while they slept. Before those darlings' eyes got drier, all the rivers rose 3 feet higher. And I don't know what would have happened quite except for Ignatius Thistlewhite. Ignatius Thistlewhite was a boy in Texas, or was it Illinois, 6 years old but brave for his years. He sobbed no sobs and he wept no tears, but stood up tall in his class to say, Santa deserves a holiday. No, 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 came the children's plaint. What is Christmas without our saint? Shucks now, fellows, gosh, good gracious, Christmas is Christmas, cried Ignatius, and everyone tells me whom I've met. It's a day to give as well as to get. Since all these years in the children's cause, Santa's been giving without one pause. Let's pull together in the Christmas weather and give this year to Santa Claus. Hooray! His classmates said. He's right. 3 cheers for Ignatius Thistlewhite. Fast as a hurricane, children hurled that happy message around the world. Over each continent, isles and isthmus, let's give Santa a Merry Christmas. With snow, the earth was already whitening, but they rolled up their sleeves and worked like lightning. They opened their piggy banks, racked their brains. They chartered buses and special trains, and ships and sledges and hydroplanes to reach the pole by the 24th was all their goal. East, south, west, north came gifts and gifts and gifts to spare from clever children everywhere. Slippers with zippers to zip on, soap for his bath or to slip on, geraniums pink in a pot, one guppy, a puppy named Spot, pillows, strawberry jam, dressing gowns with his monogram, 10 harmonicas for him to play on, hand-painted pictures done in crayon, mufflers, pipes, an easy chair, and lots of winter underwear. In New York State, a boy named Pudge cooked him a plate of homemade fudge, and a little girl guides of Britain each made him a scarlet mitten, while a boy in Singham sent a Siamese kitten. They sent him lemon drops by the carton, ashtrays modeled in kindergarten, jackknives, pen wipers, cakes and crullers, and magic pencils that wrote 3 colors. Tots, who had a penny to spend, wrote him a letter signed a friend. And they had more fun that strange December, they said, than any they could remember. Oh, sheesh, they sent Santa a lot of stuff. Up at the pole in the fragrant hay, the idle reindeer dreamed at play. Comet nickered for oats and corn. Dancer brandished his velvet horn, while sadly, sorrowly lounged at home each idle elf and gnome. Santa sat poking the fire and blinking, but nobody knew what he was thinking. Then suddenly from the sky there came the sounds of planes. He heard the hoot and the cry of ships and special trains. Noel! Toted the sleds. Honk! The buses cried, and out of his study window Santa put his head. He looked to the left. He stared to the right. He didn't trust his own eyesight. So many, so merry, so more and more. Packages were rolling to his front door. Smacked at his door sill they thundered. 1,000,000, 1,000, 100. Flat ones and lean ones. Crimson and silver and green ones. Broad ones, odd ones, plain romantic ones. Little and big and great gigantic ones. Parcels from London, Rome, Atlanta, and each addressed alike to Santa. Oh, look at all of these gifts. Atop them all a banner glinted where Igneous Thistlewhite had printed these words: Good luck and holiday mirth from all of the children upon the earth. With toots and hoots and honks light-hearted, the buses turned and the trains departed, leaving the saints surrounded by parcels, piled to the polar sky. Santa was silent for a minute. His eyes looked bright, but a tear stood in it. Then he blew his nose like a trumpet blast. God bless my soul, he said at last. By the big Burr Ellis, by my maps and charts, I didn't know children had such kind hearts. How could a man feel gladder, prouder? He turned to his staff with his voice out louder. Gnomes, elves, every mother's son, don't stand staring, there's work to be done. Bringing the barrels, fetching the boxes, carrying those packages, and don't break one. Where to put them? There wasn't space in the parlor or study or any place. They overflowed bureau, couch, and table, filled the house, the sheds, the stable, slid from mantles, jammed the casement, bulged from the attic, and burst from the basement. There's nothing to do, exclaimed the elves, except to empty some workshop shelves. Off those shelves then, Santa forces, whisked the painted rocking horses. When the presents wouldn't fit, down came kite and doctor's kit. Still there weren't room for all, so away went basketball, cowboy suit, rubber boots, bicycle, and the talking doll. Till by the time the twilight reigned, not a single toy on the shelves remained. All were sacked and packed away in the one place left, the Christmas sleigh. Then Santa gazed from floor to rafter and gave his mightiest shout of laughter. Laughed aloud, ho, 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 and laughed a vast, ha, ha, ha. What a joke, he chortled on Santa Claus. You might as well phone the reindeer groom to take down the harness in the big storeroom. Get me my gloves and robe for my lap, and my coat and my warmest stocking cap. There sits the sleigh, the toy inside. So what can I do tonight but ride? What about your gout? The gnomes cried out. What about your aches and the cricks in your spine? Pooh, laughed Santa. My back feels fine. Never felt younger, never felt stronger. Haven't gotten a symptom any longer. And before the midnight bells go chiming, I like to do some chimney climbing. So harness the reindeer, let 'em rip. It's time to begin my favorite trip. With flurry and scurry and chatter and hurry, they brought him his cap and his lap robe furry. They roused up Cupid, they rubbed down Vixen, they polished the bells on Donner and Blitzen. There were cheers from the gnomes, from the elves' applause. Then off through the night flew Santa Claus. And I've heard the old people often say there never was such a Christmas day, never such joy after Santa swirled from rooftop to rooftop around the world, while at the home of a sleepy boy in Texas or in Illinois, a special letter was left that night addressed to Igneous Thistlewhite. It was clipped to the handlebars like a medal of the best two-wheeler a boy could pedal. Dear Sir, was written in Santa's hand. Please thank the children in every land. Tell them I'll take good care, I hope, of the guppy and the puppy and the slippery soap. I like my pipes, I love my chair. I do appreciate the underwear. And I pledge this promise on my sledge and pack year after year. I'll be coming back. Vacations, I guess, weren't meant for me. I'll never want another one. Your SC. Oh. And that's one reason you may believe why children are merry on Christmas Eve. You know yourself as you hang your stocking, it doesn't matter if the winds are knocking. Though the storms fall heavy, though the great gale roars, though nobody else would budge outdoors, snug in your bed while the tempest drums, you can count your blessings on fingers and thumbs. For yearly, nearly, and faithfully, truly, somehow Santa Claus always comes. The end. You know what, guys? I'm so glad Santa did not take off this year. You all did such a great job helping me read tonight. Thank you. Wow, the children really came through for Santa and showed him just how much he mattered to them all. Wait, guys, you hear that? You know what time it is. It's Mrs. C's Good Boy time. But before we go ahead and punch out a new number, I want to go ahead and announce the last night's winner to the awesome Hot Wheels with the track. It looks like we got mail. I wonder what's inside. Or what is inside? I'm so excited. Drum roll, please. And tonight's winner is JX Meir. JX Meir, congratulations. Please go ahead and email me at mccorner2020@gmail.com. That's mccorner2020@gmail.com. Congratulations. Okay, guys, it's time to punch out a new number. I'm so excited. But before we do, remember, you can win these prizes for yourself. You can win it for someone else and rewrap them. You can play multiple times, and all of the correct answers that are put in by midnight are put into my magical bucket, and my special elf picks out an awesome winner. All right, let's find out what tonight's number is. I'm going to pick one on the bottom. This one feels good for Christmas Eve. Okay, let's see. Number 23! 23! And I believe 23 is down here. It is! And it's an amazing one. Whoa, we got the portable tower, Bluetooth, color-changing lights. It goes everywhere, and it got a handle. How cool is this for Christmas Eve? All right, so tonight's question is, what did Levon leave for Santa's snack tonight? What did Levon leave for Santa's snack tonight? Do you know? If so, you have until midnight to go ahead and comment the answer below, and I'll announce the winner in tomorrow night's video. Good luck! Well, boys and girls, family and friends, tonight has been absolutely splendid. Thank you all for spending your Christmas Eve here with me, Mrs. C, at Mrs. C's Corner. And remember to tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember, children, mind your manners, your P's and Q's. Until next time, family, good night, Merry Christmas, and
Don't forget to email me at mccorner2020@gmail.com and follow me on Instagram at Mrs. C Corner. Thank you so much for watching.